Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing great. Today we are going to solve one more lead code problem. The difficulty level is easy and it's all about reversing a string. Okay, let's see what all about this problem. We have to write a function that reverses a string and we will be given an array of characters. Okay, and we have to do this by modifying the input array only. That means we are not supposed to take any additional array to process this request, so that we can leverage this in place algorithm and we can achieve this within the big O of one space complexity. Okay, let's see this sample example. This is the hello, and when we reverse it is like OLLEH. Okay, and the constraints are the string length will be from 1 to 10 to the power of 5. Okay, let's see how we can solve this problem. This is a input array H E L L and O. What are the different ways, okay, to solve this problem? One is we can take a new array and we can start iterating from last, okay, to first. Okay, this way we can achieve. But looking at the problem statement, we have to achieve this in big O of one space complexity. That means we are not supposed to take a new array. Okay, then what is the other way? New array, iterate from last, iterate from last to first. This is the one way. Okay, what is the second way? Second way is two pointers approach. Two pointers approach. Let me tell you how this is going to help us. If we carefully observe, we have an input like this H E L L and 0. Oh, I mean, okay, I'm going to take two pointers. One is going to be start, which points to the first element in the array, and another one is going to be end, which is going to point the last element in the array. Okay, we are going to, what I can say, keep on incrementing this and keep on decrementing this until the start is less than or equal to the end. Okay, we are going to perform this way so that we can able to achieve this problem within the big O of n time complexity and the big O of one space complexity, because here we are not taking any new array to, what I can say, solve this problem. We are going to point one pointer to the start node of the start element in the array, and another one is going to point the end, and every time we are going to swap. Okay, let me try to debug it. If we take this input array, okay, first start is going to point here. I'm denoting start with S, and end is going to point here. I'm denoting with E. Okay, and I can see start is less than or equal to E. In that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap this H with O. Okay, then my output should look like O E L L and H, right, after first iteration. Then my start will be here and my end is going to be here. Every time I'm going to increment my start and I'm going to decrement start. So still my start is less than or equal to, then I can do a swap here also. After this swap, E is going to replace with L and L is going to replace with E. Okay, then my output is going to look like something L L and E and h. Yes, then my start is going to be here and my end also going to be here. Still the condition is satisfied, then I am going to replace L with L only. In this case my output is going to look like this. And if we carefully observe here, this is the reverse of the original string, right? We have hello original and now we got OLLEH. This is the one. Okay, and here one more catch is, so we are doing s less than or equal to end because it is going to help us all the cases like the odd length of characters and even length of characters. Okay, with this approach, as I said, time complexity is going to be big O of n and space complexity is going to be big O of 1. Okay, let me get back into the coding. I'm here and I'm going to have two pointers here. Start is going to be 0 int and it is going to be s dot length minus 1. That is nothing but going to point to the last element in there. Okay, and I need to do this till start less than or equal to end. Okay, and I'm going to use one temp to store any one of the character s of start. Okay, then s of start is going to be s of end and s of end is going to be temp. And as soon as I done with this, I'm going to increment my start and I'm going to decrement my end. That's all. Let me run. Yeah, it got succeed. Let me submit it. Super. We solve this problem within the 1 millisecond and it is 86.81 faster than the Java Online submission. Okay, this is one way where we leverage the loops, right, in the iteration method. Can we do same using recursion? This is the approach to recursion. If we go with this approach, our space complexity is going to be big of when, because you know recursion is going to store its call stacks, right? And the time complexity still it is going to be big of n only. Okay, but this is the best way to learn how recursion is going to be. So I am going to write the same code using recursion. Okay, great. I'm going to have a method string reverse which is going to take three parameters. One is array and another one is the start of the start pointer and another one is end pointer. Okay, this reverse string is a recursive method. Public void reverse string. Okay, and it is going to take an array of characters, yes, and int start and then int end. Yeah, and if you know basics of recursion, recursive program needs a termination, right? It needs a basic condition so that it can terminate, right? For that, here we need to write if start less than or equal to, I mean to say if start greater than or equal to, if start greater than end, then we need to simply do a return. Okay. Otherwise, char, I'm going to take a temp variable s of start, I'm going to store, then in s of end I'm going to store s of start, sorry, in s of start I'm going to store s of end, and in s of end I'm going to store temp. As soon as I done, okay, I need to call the same method. Okay, and this array is going to be common because we are performing in place algorithm here. Okay, and here start is going to be decremented and end is going to be incremented. Okay, let's run it. Okay, we can see we got a it got accepted, and let me run it. Yeah, you can see it took bit more time than iteration approach, and it is 29.62 on this. I hope you learned the two concepts today. Thanks a lot. Please do subscribe and don't forget to share and